This might seem odd to say, or really different than other self improvement users, right? But let me give you better advice over how to actually improve twice. If you by yourself and you're trying to improve on your journey on self improvement, right? And you're alone, right? It's best to recommend to actually be with other people so you can stimulate your brain thought or your process. If you don't have friends and you don't care about friends, at least try to do one have activity that you actually like. Because if you're just boring or you just lack soul or something, right? Or you don't have nothing to actually be happy with, then how do you activate your creativity on your mind? Because if you don't actually do that, then you just become stupider and reality you're not gonna be effective for your own self improvement. Like I can say this, like in business, you have to be creative how to do certain things, certain tasks because some people are copy paste, like of course, still like an artist, right? But put it a twist on you, like make it your own style, make it you, your own style. Don't make it like this copy and paste YouTubers and all that shit. Like for me really different is like okay, you can play video games if you don't have friends or don't have nothing. But I actually recommend mostly to get friends at least. If you don't, you just get something to stimulate your brain. And of course, part or put something first, like exercises and on all the important things first. So do the those things first, and then afterwards the other things. And for friends, well, they give you like a stimulus of thinking, ideas, and thoughts. Like most of the ideas that come on, I hate this when this thing just pops up out of nowhere. You see, bruh. Whatever. Let's continue on with that weird train of stop. Okay, so most of the ideas that I have in my brain, right, comes from movies, specifically movies, and mostly my father thinks I'm like those, um, what's it called, Zoomers or no the new, the Generation Z, and I'm like, no, I'm like much better than them because I understand this and this and that, and then they tell me like death, like oh yeah, death is bad and all that stuff, and like yeah, I already knew that like I know that I just like to play hands and guns. It's like, yeah, I like to do stuff. I like already know that. Like, I don't give a shit. And literally, like today, right? Specifically today, my father said, "Oh, you gotta do your own stuff." Like, yeah, but the main point is because you need to sign it. Like mostly the stuff that I don't know how to say it, but it's like they expect you to actually do certain things, and they think that you cannot do certain things at that certain age. Like they don't have that trust on you. And for me, I already understand most of the things. Like, like I'm a 17-year-old old. I learned porn when I was like 10, like 11 years old. Right, Sif? When you learn porn,
Uh, Actually, it was when I was 11 years old.
you see, it's like what the hell? We already learned like mostly stuff by easily, and they expect us to like not do stuff. But let's go back
Freaking
on.
thicky stuff included that.
But let's go back on our thing. Most of the things that we actually learn is by what's it called watching movies or expressing by other people actions. Oh, come on. Another people actions. If we can actually what's it called be around people, or if we cannot just watch movies or stuff, then it actually will help you and benefit you on the long run. long
Long
run.
run.
Yeah.
It's kind of We are what we are behold.
Yeah. And must you can be inspired to actually do certain things. Again,
Yes, can I become black?
not like that. Come on. That's like really too stupid.
Uh,
What I'm saying is that it also literally I was been reading this book called Still Like an Artist. Even still it says like, oh yeah, watch other people influences and all that, like TV shows and all that. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that mostly the things that I learned was like movies or just expressions from my own family. Like literally putting attention to detail. Even though there's like background stuff right here, I prefer to actually understand them. Like I'm more like a visual guy than actually me talking. That's the good benefits of you actually being silent. And this would actually level up twice the amount of self improvement than ever. Because one, you can use your creativity. That makes that you can do like strategies that nobody had thought about, or just things that is like really incredible to manure or something like that. So just keep this thought in mind and actually try it out for yourself. Like think more creatively. For me, mathematics is really easy for me because I use creativity. Like, okay, if this letter or word or whatever, right, makes this expression, how would it actually be? And that's just pretty much like if you give me like notes on mathematical equations, I will just easily understand it, sort of. Of course, I will get a little bit guidance so I can get self insurance and be more confident over the question that I'm gonna give. But or that I can actually do by myself. So yeah, I actually recommend you to actually do this so it will improve significantly your self improvement, um, your your channel or whatever you're gonna do in life. So see ya, guys.